If you need cheap and reliable coins, head on over to my sponsor, AOEA.com, and use my code VIC for 3% off. Hey guys, what's up? It's Vic here, back with another Madden 21 rebuild. In today's episode, we're going to be rebuilding the Carolina Panthers with the new addition of Jaycee Horn at pick number 8 or 9, I believe. Pretty sure I honestly still think that they should go with Rashawn Slater. And DB help, I understand is still in need. I think Dante Jackson is like their only DB there. So I could kind of understand that, but I think they got a very young offense, and I think it's very good. I mean, very young defense is what I meant to say. And I think overall this team can really be successful if they stay healthy. So this is the overlook of the offense, and Sam Darnold here. Last time I did a rebuild with Sam Darnold, he ended up getting 99 overall Superstar X Factor. Did really good. I really liked what I had with him. DJ Moore is a simulation god at receiver. He is so good. Absolutely love it whenever I have DJ Moore on my team. Offensive line needs improvement, obviously. Defensive line is so unbelievably young, and this entire defense is young. Like the only thing that's old here is like Shaq Thompson. He's like 27, 28. It's like, I don't really see a problem with this team overall. It's just development, I would say. Brian Burns is honestly a stud. I know he's had some few red card injuries in the past. But anyways, guys, it is time to move into the midseason. Here we are at the midseason mark, coming off a win to the Atlanta Falcons. As we are 6-2, top of the division, above the 5-2 Saints and 4-4 Falcons. And Buccaneers at the bottom of the division, which is rare. Taylor Moton, 86 overall, star development right tackle. Of course, they want him back up the salary and spread out his contract, and he resigns. AJ Boye, I would like a one-year deal if he doesn't regress too hard. So everyone else, other than that, I don't really have an interest for. I'll see AJ Boye's contract at the end of the season. So here we are in the playoffs, coming off a loss to the Saints as we finished 8-8. That's quite a way to tank the season, as we are second in the division, went from 6-2 to 8-8. So after the midseason, we only won 2 games. So at the midseason, we were coming off a win to the Falcons. Loss, win. Loss, win, loss. Okay, that's cool. Okay. Apparently, we're just tanking the second half of the season because that's just a normal thing to do. It's kind of like how the Falcons tank at the second half of their game. Third best offense in the NFL. Sam Darnold did great. He places 4th in for league MVP. I've seen him do better, but he's a 75, so that's actually really good now that I think about it. Never mind. 9th best defense, amazing. 4,400 yards, 31 TDs, 10 interceptions. Christian McCaffrey, 9 TDs, 1,200 yards. DJ Moore, 1,400 yards, 13 TDs. That's what I was talking about. He's amazing. He's only an 84 overall. Denzel Perryman, 88 tackles for a loss, 10 for Hassan Reddick. Sacks on team, 11.5 for Brian Burns is amazing. Interceptions, 2 for AJ Boye. Safeties on the team, not defensive touchdowns. Safeties is going to be 1 for Shaq Thompson, and defensive touchdowns is 0. So anyways, guys, we are an 8-8 team here to face the 12-4 Giants. So not going to be surprised if we lose. Not going to be upset if we lose either. And looking into it, come on. Okay. And wow. Okay.
What? Oh my God.
12-4 Packers. We surely can't beat them. Okay. Because the Packers are meant for the NFC Championship. They're meant to go there then lose. So, of course, we're going to lose in the divisional. Okay, never mind. Cool. We're here to face the 9-7 Eagles. I was about to say Atlanta Falcons. But I can guarantee you we'll lose to 2 12-4 teams, then lose to a 9-7 team. Because that's just how EA simulation works. So here we are against the Eagles, and I'm just going to simulate to the end of the game. 4th quarter, 4 minutes left, 16-24 against the Philadelphia Eagles. Still a 1-point game. And look at that. We lose to a 9-7 team, beat 2 12-4 teams, because that's just EA's logic for you.
That's some bullshit.
So here we are after the conference championship in the offseason. I don't know why that took me so long to say. Philadelphia Eagles lost to the Jacksonville Jaguars, and Trevor Lawrence is the first starting rookie QB ever to win a Super Bowl. So that's actually really insane. Nobody in the NFC South. Yes, NFC South has retired. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm just making sure nobody in the NFC South has retired. Good to know. And AJ Boye only has regressed 1 overall, so I will give him a 1-year deal if he does accept this, and he doesn't want to accept it. Okay, that's cool too. So I'm kind of yawning here, so if you hear my voice change, sorry about that. So let's look into the team to see if there's any development upgrades. Come on, show me Sam Darnold. And yeah, he's a star. I'm not really surprised by that. If you go from a 75 to 4th in the race for MVP, not really surprised. DJ Moore, Superstar X Factor, not surprised by that one. Dude always gets up to a 99 X Factor in every one of my rebuilds because he's just insane in simulation. He's always been that since like Madden 19. if he was even there. Like, no, Madden 20, I know for sure. I don't know in Madden 19. I don't think I did many. Yeah, I didn't even do rebuilds on the channel in my Madden 19. I just played it by myself. Hassan Reddick has Superstar Dev. I'm pretty sure Derek Brown came with Superstar Dev, and Shaq Thompson also has Superstar Dev as well. We have a lot of amazing pass rushers on here. Yatir Matos is actually very underrated as well. So anyways, guys, it's time to move into free agency. So here we are after free agency as we were picking up Jerron Reed, 27 years old, star dev. We're also picking up Ricardo Allen as just a fill-in player. Both those guys are more like fill-in players, so it's time to move into the draft. So here we are during the draft, actually. Quinton Patterson, 75 overall normal development. He is a run stopper, so I'm going to move him to middle linebacker. That's my intent for picking him up. And this is the team after the draft. We still need O-line. We still need tight end. I didn't focus on offense because we had the 3rd best offense last year. And defensively, we had the 9th best defense, which wasn't bad. I just need to, I think middle linebacker still needs an improvement. Hopefully, he can win Rookie of the Year or something like that. That would definitely go a long way. So anyways, guys, it's time to move into the midseason. Here we are at the midseason mark, coming off a loss to the New Orleans Saints as we are 4-3 this time. Okay, that's kind of understandable considering how bad our O-line is. We don't have a tight end either. Not so great in the division either. Kind of highly contested division. Robbie Anderson, 88 overall star dev. I know he's regressing during this year, but it's okay with me. He's honestly doing great. I'm pretty sure every time I've rebuilt with him, he hasn't gone below an 85, so I'm glad to have him. Dante Jackson, super young, star dev, cheap contract, definitely want him back. And everyone else here, I don't really know about. Joey Sly, I do want 99 overall kick power. You can't teach it anywhere else. And looking into his contract, does he accept? He does accept. Joey Sly re-signs with the team. I wouldn't pay a kicker anything higher. So anyways, guys, now it's time to get to the playoffs. Here we are in the playoffs coming off a loss to the Giants, and we finished 9-7, which is kind of understandable. Top of the division, okay. It looks like everybody else tanked. And Sam Darnold, meh, okay. 19th best offense and 26th best defense, no logical sense. Almost 4,000 yards, 29 TDs, 15 interceptions is too much, 12 TDs, 1,100 yards for Christian McCaffrey. David Moore had 10 TDs, almost 1,000 yards. Good ball distribution, but what a downgrade from last season. Defensively, Shaq Thompson, 108 tackles for a loss, 14 for Brian Burns, sacks, 7.5 for Hassan Reddick, interceptions, 4 for Jaycee Horn. That is what I'm talking about. Safeties on the team is going to be 1 for Shaq Thompson and 1 for Brian Burns as well. Defensive touchdowns is 1 for Jeremy Chin. And other than that, guys, we're going to simulate this wildcard round against the 8-8 Atlanta Falcons to see if we can move on to the divisional. They are our divisional rivals as well. Let's see if we can do that. And come on. And we can. Okay, here to face the 10-6 Green Bay Packers, but we're going to lose them because, like I said before, they're meant for the NFC Championship. I mean, we beat them last time. Okay, no. We can beat the 12-4 version of them, but not the 10-6. Okay, it's time to move into the offseason. Here we are in the offseason as the Packers kind of got killed by the Chiefs by a whole almost 20 points by the Chiefs. It was 18 points, if I'm doing the math correct. I feel really stupid for saying that out loud. But anyways, let's look into the retirements to the NFC South. And it looks like Bruce Arians does retire, the head coach. That has nothing to do with simulation at all. So let's look into the re-signings. Ricardo Allen, probably could pick up someone else. David Moore, you guys are probably screaming at me to sign, but there's a lot better receivers that are extremely cheap in not simulation and free agency. So I don't need him. He's gonna start regression next year. He had one semi-good season. I'm not gonna resign someone like that just for that season alone. I also need a tight end, so I much rather focus on paying a tight end than paying David Moore. Defensively, looking into it, Shaq Thompson now is superstar X Factor. He's an X Factor, but he's not even 85 overall because that's EA's logic for you. Jeremy Chin, superstar development. Definitely love to see it. Super underrated. I think he probably should have won Defensive Rookie of the Year. That's just my opinion. Anyways, guys, let's move into free agency. Here we are after free agency, picking up Fred Warner, a major pickup in free agency. We also got Ryan Jensen to replace the center, David Njoku at tight end, and we got Deontay Harris. That's who I was talking about for replacing. Superstar dev, 81 overall, higher overall. And here we are in the draft, spending a first-round pick on our left guard, Joe Thuney. And last time I picked up Joe Thuney, I spent a first and a second to make it quote-unquote realistic. And people made it seem like, oh no, this is too unrealistic because you offered too much. It kind of made me mad. So here we are in the draft, also picking up a strong safety, 67 overall, hidden development. So I guess he will be a useful piece for us as well. Very important. And looking into the team after the draft, still need a left tackle. I would like to get that, but offensive line has improved. Offense has improved in general, especially after free agency. And defensively, Fred Warner being there is amazing. And I need to cut one of these safeties, I think. Yeah, okay. Trying to think. Like I always try to think. And I've drafted a lot of strong safeties, apparently, since I have that much in depth. But I'm going to start him just solely because he has a hidden dev, and a lot of our strong safeties just suck anyways. So defense is filled in. It is time to jump in to the midseason mark. Here we are at the midseason mark, coming off a win to the New Orleans Saints, and looking into it, we are 6-1, back where we should be, top of the division above the Buccaneers. And looking into the re-signings, DJ Moore is here, 95 overall, superstar X Factor. Of course, I want him back, and he's gonna take what? Is that $13 million a year? Yeah. Okay, around $14 million a year. Hassan Reddick, Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold needs to come back. He's our franchise QB, whether or not he's a stud. I need him for all 4 seasons, and we are in season 3, so it definitely needed. And he wants more money. That's a problem. Joe Thuney, I just traded for. Of course, I want him back, as I am going to up the salary, spread the contract, and he resigns with the team. Hassan Reddick, I don't know what I want to do with his contract. Yeah, I don't want to deal with his contract right now until I first deal with Sam Darnold. I don't want to be in negative cap room in the offseason, then be left with no QB. We also have a bunch of other pass rushers, so I don't need to worry about that. We also have a breakout challenge, so I'll let the CPU handle that, and it's time to move into the playoffs. Here we are in the playoffs, coming off a loss to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and we did not make the playoffs, finishing 6-10.
Gay Sports. It's in the gay.
Okay, that's cool. Show me the team schedule. Show me how we lost every other game after that. So we were coming off a win. Lost. We lost every game after that. What is that? This simulation sucks. This is why I have to hop into playoff games. People get mad at me for hopping into playoff games because they're like, oh, you have to let simulation decide because it's called a rebuild for a reason. This is why I don't let simulation decide, because of this particular reason. Sam Darnold was solid, 16th, the best offense, 30, like that pisses me off. I'm using good playbooks too. I know I am, because they've worked consistently and they placed me 9th for defense the first year, but now I'm 30th best defense. 18 TDs, 1,300 yards for DJ Moore. Amazing. Defensively, Shaq Thompson with 108 tackles on team. Tackles for a loss is going to be, can I ever see it? 14 for Hassan Reddick. Sacks on team, 8.5 for Hassan Reddick. Interceptions on team, 4 for Dante Jackson. And safeties on the team will be, if I can ever see it, 1 for Yatir Gross-Matos, and looking into the defensive touchdowns, 0. That took way too long for those stats to load in, so it's time to move into the offseason. Here we are in the offseason as the Seattle Seahawks lose once again to the Patriots, and looking into it, I don't see any Panthers for the awards. Also, let's look into the retirements for the NFC South. We're going into the final season. I might make some BS trades, probably for a strong safety. Julio Jones retires on the Falcons, not winning a Super Bowl, boo-hoo. And that actually is kind of sad. It's kind of like Larry with the Cardinals, but not as long. Still, Hassan Reddick, I still need to get Sam Darnold a contract. Hassan Reddick does have X Factor, definitely looking to re-sign him, upping the bonus and salary for Sam Darnold. And dude, that makes no sense. I upped the salary for you twice, and then I skyrocketed the bonus, and you still don't want to play. Hassan Reddick, I'm skyrocketing the bonus, and I just upped the salary. Yeah, I just continue to up the salary. And okay, that's so dumb. That's so dumb. I think the CPU forced to do that, so that way I couldn't do this. Now, I was planning just to sign one on a big contract and giving the other one a really crummy deal, just so that way I can franchise tag him, then go into negative cap for the final season, and then just finish it off that way. But that's super annoying. So I did change up the schemes defensively as well, and offensively. Yeah, I don't see anyone offensively. Defensively, yeah, I do need to change up the schemes because I do have edge rushers and Shaq Thompson, but I also have Brian Burns here. It's kind of hard to decide because I do have some really good defensive linemen, but I think I have better linebackers in general. So I'm going to change this to a 3-4 disguise and then move to Baltimore's playbook because our defense has been playing like trash recently. I'm really trying to think. It's kind of hard to decide. And defensively, let's look into it. I like that better. I guess sacrificing Jerron Reed to literally nothing is okay. Looks like our strong safety, our rookie strong safety, has superstar dev. That's cool to know. But anyways, guys, other than that, it's time to move into free agency. And in free agency, we still have negative cap room after letting go Hassan Reddick. It's so annoying. I wish they just spiked his contract even more. Let's get to the draft. So this is going to be Hassan Reddick's very bad replacement. 76 normal development, and he's a run stopper, not even a speed rusher. So let's just get back to the team. So this is the overlook of the team, and looking into it, offensively, we still need a left tackle, and I can't even sign one, I don't think, because our money situation. But defensively, I do like the edge rushers that we have. I do like the pressure that we can generate, but hopefully this 3-4 with Baltimore's playbook is better. I was told Baltimore's 3-4 is better, and then Cincinnati's 4-3 was better than the 3-4. So that's just what I was told. Let's look into left tackles, anything better than a 59 overall. Left tackles, sure, Eric Fisher, 73 overall, normal dev. It's the final season. I can't re-sign him. I can't actually sign him in general because we're in negative cap room because of Sam Darnold. So let's get to the midseason. Here we are at the midseason mark, coming off a loss to the Minnesota Vikings and looking into it. 6-1, top of the division. Hopefully we do not get screwed in the second half of the season and go 6-10. Because that's just Madden logic for you. And I'm not constantly whining about Madden. Like, this is just how bad the game is. I'm not going to re-sign anybody because I don't need to. It's the final season. So let's just move into the playoffs. Here we are in the playoffs, coming off a win to the Saints and coming off a dominating win, actually. Was that 49-3? Insane. Had a great season. Second best offense. First round bye. And Sam Darnold places fourth for league MVP once again. And again, Sam Darnold, great second best offense and 10th best defense. That's what I'm talking about. Should have adjusted that to a while ago. 4,400 yards, 39 TDs. Christian McCaffrey, 13 TDs and 1,300 yards. DJ Moore, 1,400 yards, 15 TDs. Robbie Anderson, 1,000 yards with 8 TDs. Defensively, Fred Warner, 120 tackles for a loss. 16 for Shaq Thompson, sacks on the team. 14.5 for Brian Burns is amazing. 6 interceptions for Jaycee Horn is awesome to see. He's finally had a major breakout season. 2 safeties for Jaycee Horn as well. And was that 2 defensive touchdowns? No, it was 2 defensive touchdowns. It wasn't 2 safeties. That's my bad. Anyways, Jaycee Horn did amazing. Let's see if he won Defensive Player of the Year or Defensive Back of the Year. Probably won Defensive Player of the Year too, but he won Defensive Back of the Year, which is great to see. Had a breakout year. He's labeled as the best defensive back in the league. Let's simulate to the divisional round to see who we're going to be playing. We're an amazing team. It's awesome to see. So anyways, guys, who we're going to be playing? The 10-6 Philadelphia Eagles. We're 14-2. They're 10-6. We lost to them last time in the conference championship, but we're a way better team this time. And looking into it, come on, we can.
I might just go psycho. Too many drunk white.
Okay. See, this is why whenever you guys get pissed off at me for like, oh my god, you hopped into the game. You have to hop into the game because you're bad and you're bad at simulation. I'm not bad. This is just the BS that I get handed to. Like the way that we were 8-8. I'm stumbling over my words how dumb this is. We were 8-8 and beat 12-4 Giants and 12-4 Packers at the beginning of the season. Then got swept by the Eagles twice. That's just ridiculous. It's so dumb. It's so dumb. Anyways, I think it's successful because Jaycee Horn's labeled the best DB in the league in 1 year. So I'll see you guys all in the next one.